Hey everybody, Blair Nightingale here, Monday nights. It's time for Market Monday. I was with some good friends. First time in Cincinnati, Ohio, all weekend long doing a live trade surge event. Bunch of new folks coming in saying, hey, I want to learn how to trade in the stock market. Maybe they'd never heard anything about the stock market. You know, obviously they've heard of the stock market, but came in not knowing anything whatsoever. Some people more experienced had traded in the stock market before, wanted to see better results, right? Sometimes people are trading, have had some success, give it back to the market. They want to break that cycle, all kinds of different skill levels, but having people in the room learning how to stock trade, an amazing event. Why do I say that? Well, because here we are Monday night and we get to jump on and do that right here, right now together. I'm going to pop up a chart. Today's title, what can I do with $100 in the stock market? Now, it's been said, hey, you need a lot of money to stock trade. You need a lot of money to stock trade. I'm going to prove to you that's not actually true. Now, I will say right at the outset, right, when you're investing or trading, any kind of investing, right, any kind of investing, whether it's in or out of the markets, having a lot of money doesn't make us good traders. Having more money in our account doesn't make us better traders. Now, that said, it can help us do some things, right? It can help us do some things that we cannot do with a smaller account. That is a reality. Okay, I'll say that from the outset. There's some things you can do with a bigger account that you can't do with a smaller account. But tonight's episode is to help us understand that that does not mean you can't do anything. Okay, so while there is a level of restriction that comes with a smaller account, there is not complete restriction. And that's what I want to show you tonight. I want to show you that you can be active even if you got just a little bit of money. Now, our title tonight is $100 in the stock market, right? But it doesn't have to be exactly $100. Okay, this can be a small amount for you. Maybe you only got $500. You got $500 to put into an account. Even $500 versus $100 can open up some different opportunities for you. Okay, if you only have $500 in an account, you could look at something like covered calls, which is an entry-level option strategy. Now, here at Tradeway, we don't trade penny stocks, which is a stock that sells for less than $1 a share. Okay, it's not that it's impossible to make money in penny stocks, but we don't teach that. We don't trade that. There are specific and unique risks to trading penny stocks. We don't do that. But even that said, right around that area, $100, $200, $300, whatever it is, a small amount of money. The question is, what can I even do? So tonight's episode is really for the folks out there who are saying, I really want to get started. And right now, that's where I'm at. I've only got $100. Here's what I would say first. You know, we've had students over the years. You know, we try to encourage that entrepreneurial mindset, right? That says, you know what? I'm hungry to take control of my own financial future. I'm hungry to use what I have in my hands. This is the land of opportunity, right? I can do something to get a couple $100, $500 into my trading account. So whatever that number is for you, like I said, right? Maybe it is $100, whatever it is for you, a garage sale, something. We got to have a little bit of money to sow. So for those of you who've been trading, you know this, right? But for those of you who maybe haven't, we've got to have something to sow in the ground, right? We spend a lot of time here on Market Monday analyzing the markets and then giving you guys an idea of what can I really do with trading, right? How does trading really work? And understanding the power of what this is. You have access to a place, the best marketplace on the planet Earth. I get to do these trade surge events that I talked about. And you know what? I've been around the Tradeway community now for 7 years. And these are an entry level, foundational, not basics, foundational training events. I'm a part of that event. I was with one of our other coaches, David Verbruggen, which you guys see on here on Thursdays for Stock Talk Thursday. He turns over to me in the event and he says, this event really inspires me. Even now, I get inspired just being in this environment. I go and I learn and I'm inspired once again. I keep getting inspired for just how powerful the stock market is and how powerful an investment of my attention, of my time, of my resources into getting better at the stock market and just getting better at the money game really is, right? It's so important. And I start off this way tonight so as to hopefully inspire you guys that wherever you're at in the journey, congratulations, you're on the right road, right? You are doing exactly what we need to be doing, and that's learning, especially in these uncertain economic times, to do better with money, right? We want to do better with our money. No doubt that's why you're here. So what can I do? What can I do with even a little bit? Because I want to do better with my money, but I'm not a trader yet, maybe, and I don't know how to start. And here's the big thing I'm going to say tonight, right? It's actually very simple. Because I mentioned, okay, do I need a lot of money to start? Do I need $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, even $5,000 to start? Is that required? The first thing I'll say tonight is no, it's not. It's not required. And here's why. And this is the big point. You and I are going to trade bigger. Now, we need the capital to do so, but we're going to trade bigger after we learn to trade better. So let me tell you this. I get students who come into this program, right? They're learning the Tradeway program. We have a whole educational campus online. We have instructors, classes, programs, learning tracks, homework, quizzes, practicums, webinars, you name it. We are practically teaching people step by step by step by step how to trade. Okay, that's what we do. And that means we've got all kinds of people coming into our program. And even if they come into the program and they have a 7-figure trading account, right? 6-figure trading account, 5-figure, it doesn't matter. In the very beginning, I don't want them using all of that anyway. I don't even want them using but a little bit of that in the very beginning, right? When we start trading, there is this interesting dynamic where we're excited to trade because we want to make money, and we want to make money now. And that's okay. I'm okay with that, right? I think that's good, but we have to learn what we're doing first. What does this have to do with starting trading with $100? Well, in the beginning, guys, I just want you to learn how to do it and practice. I want you to learn how to do it and practice. I want you to learn how to do what you're supposed to do with a very small amount of money. In some cases, no money. Okay? And then once you start seeing that consistency, then we will increase from there as we see fit. That's part of the process, right? That's part of everybody's process. So one of the number one things that you can do with just even $100, again, in some ways it's symbolic of whatever a small amount is for you. But let's say it even is $100. The number one thing I would say to you tonight about $100 in the stock market is you can start, right? You can start learning right here. Market Monday, every Monday night, I'm giving you information, right? The step 1 start your journey class, that in and of itself is less than $100. You get 2 full days plus the recording, right? To know our foundation, not just the basics, right? The foundation of our stock trading system. I'm going to show you some of that tonight. We're going to go to the charts here. Okay. That's less than $100. And even in the markets itself, okay, if I trade better, then I want to trade bigger. But until then, I don't need to trade bigger. Now, most brokerage houses don't have a minimum account requirement anymore. They used to. They used to have a minimum account requirement, even just a short 5-6 years ago, right? You had to have, in most cases, at least $500 in the account, okay? Most brokerage firms that I'm aware of today, they don't charge anything for stock trades now. Okay, options, there's a small premium, but stock trades, they don't charge anything. Not when you get in the trade, not when you get out of the trade. Didn't used to be like that either. Okay, so that's free. Whoa, wait a second. We have access to one of the greatest businesses. There is no business, you guys, no business on the planet Earth where more money exchanges hands every single day than the stock market. And there's no stock exchanges that have a higher market cap than the US stock markets. So we have access to the most vital, right, business marketplace on the planet Earth, and brokerage firms are not even going to charge us. They're not going to charge us to open an account. They're not going to charge us to trade. Now, we have to pay for the shares, right? If I buy a share, I have to pay for those shares, but I don't have to pay the premium to the broker anymore. Not on a stock trade, right? Not on a stock trade. So that's pretty cool. Now, we used to have to pay minimums to open an account, right? You just had to keep a certain balance in there, a low balance, $500 in many cases, right? You don't even need to do that anymore. We can put a very small amount of money in a trading account. What's my message tonight? What can I do with $100? I can start. Man, I can start. I can start doing not just kind of the shallow end of the pool work. No, I can actually start learning and practicing. Okay, I can learn and practice. If you haven't taken our Step 1 Start Your Journey, head on over tradeway.com. Right there on the main page. You owe it to yourself to spend a little bit of time with us. Find out who we are and what we do. Take that introductory class. It's not just basics, guys. I'm telling you, it's foundation. In fact, some of our advanced students, it would be good for them to go back and retake that, because it's not just basics, it's foundation. And it's inspiring. It's good energy. It's good connection. It's good training. And then say, all right, I got $100. I'm putting that in my account, right? Getting an account open doesn't cost us anything. So we can do that. And then I can go in and I can actually start to buy stocks. Now, in two ways, with even just $100 in my stock account, right? In my trading account. Number one, I can paper trade. I can open an account and I can paper trade in that account. Most of us know that. We've done that here on Market Monday many times. I can go in and I can paper trade and I can virtual trade. Okay. Tradeway has webinars every Monday night. It's Monday. Once we wrap up here, the weekly webinars are going to start on Zoom for our Tradeway students. And we do a stock trading webinar. We call it a study group. We're going to go out and we're going to find 3 actual stock trades that we're going to pick with our students, and we're going to follow them for the rest of this week, right? We're going to do that together. I always encourage our students who have access to those kinds of programs, at least go out and virtual trade, paper trade one of those stocks. Okay, we've got some students on tonight. I highly encourage you to do that. If you join us for the study groups tonight, I highly encourage that you do that, right? For those of you out there who aren't in the program, that's one of the things that we're going to teach you to do. You can go and actually buy and sell stocks, and you'll have a virtual account. So you get your account open and you start with no money trading. We need a little bit of training, right? We need a little bit of training, but we can do that at a very low cost. Get started, go in and say, all right, I'm going to virtual trade the markets. Okay, that's the first thing I can do. I can go in and I can begin to virtual train and virtual trade. Okay, now let me go ahead and pull the chart up here. All right. Let me go to a stock like this. What we're going to teach you, now we've looked at this stock quite a bit. recently. And the reason is because this is a good pattern, right? This is a really good pattern. In fact, actually, I'm going to go here and we're just going to take a look at the energy sector here, right? The energy sector here has been doing well. I keep saying to people, I'm joking in one sense. I'm not joking at the same time, right? It's funny, not funny. I'm saying, hey, are you guys paying more for gas out there, right? Of course, we all are, right? I'll be heading to Los Angeles in 2 days, and I'll be paying, I would assume, about $8 a gallon, right? If you guys want to chime, we got people on here from all over the country. What are you guys paying where you're at? I'd be interested to know. What's gas prices where you're at? Regular, premium? Gives you a chance. Say hi, chime in, drop in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions. That's part of the benefit and the bonus here on Market Monday. I get to hear from you guys, and you guys can always chime in, say hello, ask questions, and we can go back and forth that way. I'm wondering, what are you paying for gas where you're at? Here in Texas, man, I've never seen it this high here in Texas. We're paying $2. We're paying $2 not that long ago. I paid just about $6 today when I got back at DFW Airport this afternoon. Mario says we're paying $4.29 in San Antonio. $4.29, even that's a lot better than I paid today. I was close to the airport, so that's pretty big. $5 in Philly. I was just in Cincinnati. I was closer to you. $5. Yeah, it was about that. That's about what it was. That was about that. So we're seeing that happen at the pumps. What does that mean? It means we're paying more money to the oil companies. Well, what's that doing in the stock market? Well, the stocks are going up. Oil stocks are going up. Now, let me just show you. I'm not going to spend time on market tone tonight. We did this the last few weeks. But notice the market hitting a 20% low, right? Actually, a little bit more than 20% on Friday. That's this candlestick right here. We broke into bear market territory. 38.55, which is right where my line is right there, is technically a bear market. Okay, technically a bear market, which means it's 20% from the high, which is right back here. 20% from the high. It took 3 months. It broke below, and they bought, and it shot up by the end of the day. Closed near the open. Today, we saw a follow-through, getting up into the 10-day, just so that we have a picture of what this looks like here. What if I just draw this line right across these tops here, right? Okay, so this is important where we're going this week, because we're pretty much right in that line, aren't we? Right? I dropped that in there pretty fast. We could adjust that a little bit. Probably needs to be just a tiny bit higher than that. But it's getting right up into that 10-day. Okay, so that's where we're at in the stock market. What's my point? It's been negative, right? We've obviously had days up. Doesn't matter how bad a bear market is, you're going to see up days. Doesn't matter how hot a bull market is, you're going to see some down days. It's just that those aren't the norm, right? We're making lower highs and lower lows in a bear market. Now, we didn't close at that 20%, but we did do a pretty significant sell-off. So it is treacherous purchasing stocks right now. So I got $100 in my account. First thing I got to know is this isn't a great time to be trading stocks as a whole, right? I'm just telling it like it is. Right now, trading stocks outright, not the best time. We're going to see some opportunities, but it requires a little bit more skill and a lot more risk management, because if stocks are more so, which is what I'm showing you on this chart, more so going down, that's not what I want as a stock buyer. However, one of the things we're focusing on in the program is that, you know what, you've got industries like oil and gas that are vastly outperforming the market. Right now, this is one of the big news items, right? We've got record high gas prices. And this is meaning that they're going to make some money on this, right? The commodity in and of itself, oil and gas, it's going up. It's going up significantly. What we're looking at right here is the oil and gas industry. Now, this particular ETF that we're looking at tracks, right? It tracks the energy sector of the S&P 500. This is $84 a share right now, okay? Now, I want to point this out. Even if I came in and said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to practice. I've got a pattern on the screen. I'm drawing support and resistance on the screen. I know where to buy and sell, right? If you don't know what I mean, you can always go back and look at older lessons on Market Monday when we talk about patterns and support and resistance and buy points, stop outs, and all the super, super important tools that you and I need to use as traders so that the markets for us is something where we actually have an edge, not just price edge, not just price action, right? It's never guessing, gambling, or going for it to trade in the stock market. If we're guessing, gambling, or going for it, which I've done, right? That's not trading. That's not actually trading, okay? So I want to have those things in place. That's what we cover in our step one event. I see on the screen here, I have that. I could go out at a good buy point, right? This is not currently at a good buy point. In fact, it's at a terrible buy point right now. It's right at the previous high, okay? The sector is very hot, but it's not at a good buy point. That's $84. Okay, let's say it was at support down here, all right, around $78. We could go out and buy one share. We could buy one share. Blair, I'm not going to change my whole life with one share. Well, don't be so quick to say that, okay? While it is true, right, I want to shift your perspective tonight. While it is true that, all right, let's look at this for a second. Let me go back to the chart. All right, so let's say I had a buy. Let's say I bought it here, right? This day it comes up, comes back down, goes up. All right, let's say we did. We got in there, and we got in at 76.50. Okay, it hits resistance this day at $84. Okay, so that's almost $8 a share. Let's just even say it was $7. All right, let's say you made $7. You only bought one share. You bought it and you sold it. Blair, $7. Can't do anything with $7. It's a waste of my time. Oh, really? Right? I'm not so sure. Because you just went out and you took $100, less than $100. You went out, you opened an account, you learned the foundational skills, found an outperforming industry, purchased the stock at support. The stock moved up exactly to where you expected, which, by the way, when we first posted this pattern in our community pages, that is the bounce we posted, the one I just went over, okay? It went up to resistance. You sold it, and on about $80, right? If we just round, right? You made about $8 on $80. Now, the last time I checked, that's 10%. Even if it wasn't 10, what if it was 8? That's pretty phenomenal. Now, the difference is you didn't put $1,000 into the trade. You put $100. In fact, just a little bit less. Let's just say it this way. You didn't put $800 into the trade. You put $80. Okay, so on one hand, yeah, all right, $8 didn't change your life, but learning a skill set, which is extremely powerful, that will take you some time to learn and build up to. I talk about the plane. I just flew from Cincinnati to DFW. The plane's going to burn more energy getting up to altitude, and then it's going to be at cruising. That's where we want to get with a strategy in the stock market. We work on it, and we work on it, and we get it up to cruising. It still takes energy to get up there. It just doesn't take as much to stay up there as it did to get up there. That's the learning process in trading. We got to lean in, right? Get in community, learn from mentors, apply the skills correctly, adjust, correct, grow, and then we get up to that cruising altitude. That's where we want to get to. That's what we all want to do, right? What I need to do here is go, all right, I only have $100. Then start. Get in, right? Learn, and then put that to work, because I don't need a lot of money in the beginning anyway. I'm not trying to make $1 million tomorrow. Now, I want to make money trading, and I want to go further, faster, with less work, and I want a better vehicle, and praise God, I've got access to one of the greatest vehicles on the planet Earth. Now, I got to learn how to do what I'm doing, So I don't need 10 grand in that account right now. And if I've got it, go ahead and leave it over here, right? Let's start small anyway. Say $8 didn't change my life, and yet maybe it did. Because maybe $8 in the stock market was the moment you realize that you've got something at your fingertips that has the potential to completely transform your future. And if you could just get in there and do that a few times, you might say, hey, I'm getting some confidence here, and I think this is going to work for me. And once that happens, there's no stopping you. And that's what we exist to help you discover. Don't let $100, $500, $800, $1,000 stop you, right? Go ahead and take what you've got in your hands and use it, right? $100 can get you a single share. And sometimes we might despise the day of small beginnings and say, well, I can't buy 10 shares. And that means maybe it's not worth it. I don't know how many businesses out there, right? They've grown phenomenally. Tradeway is one of those businesses. If you're a business owner out there, you probably relate to this, all right? You're starting a new business. Maybe you're a new entrepreneur. You're not a serial entrepreneur, or you weren't at one point a serial entrepreneur. And you decide, you make a product, you offer a service, you're doing something, you're putting yourself out there. Bam, you get that first customer. Oh my goodness. Somebody just paid me. Somebody just paid me to do that thing. I got my first customer. Take care of that customer and grow it out. Go from there. But that first thing is proof. Well, go out and get yourself some proof in the stock market. It's never guessing, gambling, and going for it. We got a system. Let's learn how to apply it and go. And you get that $8 and go, oh my goodness, that's almost 10%. Now remember, in this stock right here, right? If I do the exact same trade, let's say we got some comments here. Okay, so Mario's on there. Mario said gas cost me $4.29. If I did this trade, I couldn't even buy 2 gallons of gas right now, right? Right? You buy like 1 gallon of premium gas in Southern California. Okay, so not changing my life. Okay, so I go out and I buy 1 share and I make $8. But he goes out, right? And he buys 10. Buys 10 shares. Okay. Did we do different trades? Did we have to do a completely different trade, Mario and I? Completely different pattern. Completely different skill set. Right? No, not different at all. Right? We're different people, but we could both learn the same skill set. I buy at this point. He buys at this point. We both sell at resistance. I bought 1 share. All right. He buys 10 shares. I made $8. What'd he make? 80. Okay. Wait a second now. Hold on. We did the same trade. We just paid a little bit more money, right? We risked more money in the 10 shares. Okay. Now, part of this is super obvious and very simple, right? It's like, okay, one guy put more money in. What are you trying to say? I'm trying to say that sometimes we miss the fact that once we get the basics down, okay, all we do is over time increase the position size. And then once it's consistent, then we start going, well, wait a second now, $80, that's a big jump from $8. But I did the same trade. So what if I just start where I'm at and practice now, wherever I'm at, get started now, because I can get on the road. I tell people, you can't be in a new place overnight in most cases. Now, I don't want to put a lid on that, right? I believe in miracles. I've seen so many miracles in my life, you could never talk me out of it. But typically, out of our own strength, we're not going to be in a new place overnight, but we can head in a new direction in a moment. Saying, I got $100, I'm going to start. That's a new direction in a moment. So what can I do with $100 in the stock market? I can start going a new direction in a moment. I could literally plant the seed that changes my life in a moment with very little, because I can start learning the skill set. But I have to be trained, right? I have to be trained to do it. Now, I can go and I can look at some other stocks. Now we're getting even more so. Look at this. It's very similar, right? And actually, this line could come down here. I haven't drawn a second one. And actually, once it started breaking and making these new highs, we've added this second line up here. But the pattern was right down in here. Okay. What's this cost? $40 a share, right? Pops up, pops into the 10-day, nice flag, boom, up into resistance. This is half the price of the other one. Okay, so we can go to some lower dollar stocks, right? We've got stock baskets, watch lists here. You're looking right now at Charts by Tradeway. We've got stock watch lists built into this, and it's specifically for stock trading. So the big part of that is that we've looked at the fundamental health of these companies, but we've also looked at the price points, right? So we can go out and just go, all right, I'm not trading penny stocks, but I can go and I can look at some good quality companies in an outperforming industry that's going to just cost me less money. In this case, I can buy several shares, right? I can start to buy more if I get down into the $10 to $15 price range. Okay, I'm looking at being able to purchase more shares, right? I actually haven't looked at this one in a while. Let's see what's going on with this one. Okay, here, this is a shorter time frame. Look at this stock. Look at over time. This stock has been rolling for a long time. Now, we've got some resistance levels up a little bit higher here. But this has been rolling a long time. What is this? Sirius XM radio, right? This is a major support level, just below $6 here. And recently, what did it do? Came into that level again. Now, it struggled to get moving. Looks like it's trying again. This is actually holding out pretty well considering how the stock market is doing. This pattern is holding, right? This is going to be about, $6 to about $6.40. So about 40 cents a share, okay? But you're looking at a $6 stock, right? $6. So you're able to look at something like this and do even more with that, even starting with a little bit of money. We just have to know how to go out there and what are some great companies at some price points, and I can begin to learn. Now we come full circle to where we started tonight. Yeah, okay. At some point, if I have more capital, right, then I can get a little bit more, or in some cases, a lot more leverage, okay? But that doesn't mean I can't get started. And the main message tonight is to say, if I haven't started yet, right, I really have no reason. You have the ability to open an account, no money. It's not going to cost anything for you to actually buy and sell in the market other than the shares themselves, which I've also said tonight could be literally the game-changing thing that you do this year, 2022, to plant a seed for your financial future that could change everything, right? Learning to think and do differently with money is learning to make money with the money. And this is one of the most amazing ways, if not the most amazing way available to us to do that, right? Then understanding what are some places that are outperforming, what are some places that are give me a little bit more leverage. We can get into talking even about options, where we've actually been looking at that the last few weeks, or I should say the last few months. We've spent some time jumping into options as well. When I start to get the price point lower on my stocks, I can look at significantly reducing even the premium I'm going to pay on options. But the thing I want to do in the beginning is, hey, I only got $100. Let me go and start getting into some stock trading. Maybe build up some capital while I'm practicing so that after I know I'm trading better, I can start to trade bigger, right? After I've been trading better, I can start to trade bigger. What can I do in the market with $100? A lot. Let me tell you, as I close tonight, I can build a skill set. I can build consistency. I can build confidence, right? I can build credibility with myself with only a little bit of money. See, most traders are most focused on how much dollars are coming out of the account. But if I get the root system right, that's where the fruit system comes into play. Trust me, I know this because I've made every trading mistake in the book. I have. I've done it. I've been stubborn. I've wanted to do it my own way. And as I've come through this, I've coached so many people. I've watched so many traders, and I can see, right? I can see that in many cases, the focus is primarily on the profit. If I focus on process, then I mature as a trader and it leads me to profit. That's the goal, right? I can do everything right and lose money. I can do everything wrong and make money in the short term. But in the long term, it's process. And I can start and mature the process with only $100 in my trading account. I can learn to do that even now coming into bear market conditions, right? I just need some training and some guidance as I do it. Ruben says 459 in Virginia, 459. I was thinking 459, thinking like an options premium. 459 in Virginia. It's getting more expensive out there, guys. We all know that. Inflation, 8%. It's as important as ever to learn how to increase our money and to protect our money, to protect and to promote, and to say, as we go into a bear market season, whenever that actually happens. I've mentioned multiple times, I'll say this in closing, over the last few weeks of Market Monday, anytime the U.S. economy has been at this level of employment and this level of inflation, we've always gone into a bear market within 2 years. And the banks are starting to forecast recession sooner than originally said, which was originally stated late 2023. We want to be ready for that, right? We want to know what to do. We want to know how to take some money and promote that, protect that in the stock market. That's what we do. Tradeway.com right there. If you haven't joined us yet, we'll be doing a step one again shortly. I did one just last weekend with some amazing folks out there. I love being with you guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining in tonight and sharing with me, listening. What can I do? Turns out I can actually do a lot. So don't miss that opportunity because we're despising the day of small beginnings. Because maybe if we have a different perspective, it's not as small as we might think. Okay. Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for being on tonight, and we will see you next time.